Questions being raised tonight about a new pilot program that'll give migrant families a reloadable prepaid credit card to buy food and baby supplies.
All right, it would replace the food boxes given to asylum seekers staying in hotels. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso has more on how it would all work.
Some migrant families will soon be given prepaid credit cards to buy food and baby supplies. The mayor's office says the city is partnering with Mobility Capital.
Now, let me ask you guys this. Didn't New York City just announce like a $20 billion budget cut? If New York just announced a $20 billion budget cut, give me a thumbs up. If they didn't just announce a $20 billion budget cut, then give me a thumbs down. My question is, if New York City is offering a budget cut, how is it that you can afford to do this? Make it make sense. They just sat there and said that they're going to have a budget cut, taking away resources from the schools, public transportation, police department, fire department. We've done multiple live streams about this where New York City has announced that there's no more money. They have to cut the budget for fiscal year 2024. This is what they said. If you got to cut the budget for fiscal year 2024, how is it that you just putting cash on food cards and giving it to people? Somebody make that make sense.
Finance to launch a more cost-effective program. Right now, the city has contracts with food services who provide non-perishable food boxes to shelters. They will start with 500 migrant families with children in short-term hotel stays. The cards can only be used.
And then we've seen in multiple situations where a lot of this food ends up getting thrown away because the migrants don't like it. The migrants say they don't like the food. They don't want the food. It's not quote unquote culturally appropriate for them. It's not compatible for them. It's not something that they can eat. So then they turn around and throw the food away. And I got to agree with MoFax. If you guys agree with MoFax, money is never an issue for WS. Give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. That's facts because they control the printing press, they control the assets, and they control the resources and the dollars, which is why bargaining with these people, as much as everybody who fist pumps thinks that bargaining is going to do something, bargaining is not going to do anything. None of these people bargained with anybody to create any of this. So if you want to create something for yourself, get the idea of a bargain or politics out of your skull. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand I don't understand what's so difficult about this. You know what I mean? Actually, I do. I understand what's difficult about it for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But if you're taking baby steps and you sit back and watch, ask yourself why the same tactics have not worked in 60 years and why those same people that are providing tactics and solutions that are non-solutions are sitting up here pointing their fingers at other people and saying that what they're saying isn't right or isn't real or doesn't work. I'm going to tell you guys something. A 95% of the people that are walking around on the planet today that are opening their big mouth are soft batch cookies. And these people would pass out at the sight of a blood drop from their own paper cut. And if you're that type of soft batch cookie with no spine, don't expect any changes. Don't expect any changes. You know what I'm saying? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
At bodegas, grocery stores, supermarkets, and convenience stores.
We're just giving this migrant population more free stuff at the expense of New York City taxpayers.
In a statement, the mayor's office says, in part, quote, not only will this provide families with the ability to purchase fresh food of their culturally relevant diets and the baby supplies of their choosing.
I want shrimp and grits and okra for breakfast every day for free. Where can I get it? I love shrimp and grits. I love okra. I love fish and grits. You know what I'm saying? I really, really, really love Creole food. Louisiana. Shout out to Louisiana food. You know what I'm saying? Collard greens, sweet potato pie, grandma's banana pudding. You know what I'm saying? I want that every day. That's culturally appropriate for me. I can't get it though. For free from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man DeAndre for being a like enforcer. I need y'all to put them like enforcer emojis in the chat for DeAndre. Carl Robb is always making me hungry, bro. You know what it is. You know what it is. That sweet potato pie is genetic, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's genetic. But they're more concerned with these people getting culturally appropriate food than they are with the people of New York City getting healthy food. Let me tell you something, man. A carbohydrate is a carbohydrate. You can drink some sugar water and live. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to have empanadas and enchiladas every damn day. You could drink sugar water and be okay.
But the pilot program is expected to save New York City more than $600,000 per month, or more than $7.2 million.
How many people have a different diet the week of payday versus the week between payday? You know, the week of payday, a lot of times you get some good food. You know what I'm saying? You spend a little bit of extra money. You know what I'm saying? The week while you're waiting for payday, a lot of times it's a lot of canned food and ramen noodles. That's not culturally appropriate. Sitting up there eating cardboard noodles with a powder packet of MSG. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate for the entire human race. That'll kill you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares though. So now my question is, why do these people deserve this and other people don't deserve the same thing? See, what we're moving into is a situation of where the migrants' well-being is being prioritized over the people who built this country, which is us. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to tell you guys how this happens. The government's not supposed to control the people. The people are supposed to control the government. The Constitution is actually supposed to be a list of consequences that the government will face if it betrays the people. But there was a soft batch cookie, dishonest, degenerate administration that created the structuring and founding of our country. So at that time, that was a self-serving agenda. Now people act as if they want to interpret it literally. Let's play that game. These people are soft. These people are soft. All these conservatives, constitutionalists, they never enforced the Constitution at all. At all. Because if there was constitutional enforcement, then the government would have never gotten out of control. Because we're supposed to be the final check and balance on the government. And now most of these idiots walking around in the population don't even understand how the government works. And if you don't understand how the government works, then you don't know how to put in consequences when the government betrays you. So I'm going to ask you guys this question. How many people feel in the modern world in 2024, where we are right now, what the government is supposed to be doing? Has the government turned its back on the people of this country? If it has, give me a thumbs up. If it has not, then give me a thumbs down. Let me know what you guys think.
Annually.
I'm not going to be thankful that a program that was bloated and inefficient is somehow cheaper to just give away free money to people in the hopes that they feed themselves.
According to the New York Post, this pilot program will cost the city $53 million. The amount loaded on the card will depend on the family size.
They're deflecting attention away from their incompetency, and they're not holding accountable the people that had prior contracts.
Paramalu is with artists,
Appreciate you,
athletes,
YJ.
and activists. He says the Adams administration is setting up the migrants for failure.
Purchasing food at the supermarket is not cheap anymore. And on top,
Not only setting up the migrants, this is wild. Not only are they setting up the migrants for failure, but not for the reasons why this dude is saying. They're setting up New Yorkers for failure too. They're setting New Yorkers up for failure.
of that, they don't have kitchens. So how are they going to purchase the food that they want?
The families who get these credit cards will be required.
This dude said they don't have kitchens. Bro, listen, let me ask y'all something. Have y'all ever been to the Roosevelt Hotel in Manhattan? If you've ever been to the Roosevelt Hotel in Manhattan, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, give me a thumbs down. There's a ton of migrants who are sheltered at the Roosevelt Hotel in Manhattan. They got sous chefs that work there. That's one of those places where the chefs have the white hat on. They have sous chefs working at that bad boy. You know what I'm saying?
required to sign an affidavit swearing they will only use them for food or baby supplies. Those who violate the terms could be kicked out of the program. In Midtown, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
They're gonna make them sign affidavits that says that they're only gonna use those things for quote unquote the aforementioned purposes. Why do they think that people that came into the country illegally are gonna honor any type of affidavit or any type of contract agreement? Are these people crazy? Like seriously, are these people crazy? Shout out to my man the Bunker. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you that's live from New York City right there. Shout out to Alonda. Alonda says there are migrants at the Mandolin Oriental. Psh, man, listen, man. Now check this out right here. Your boy 50 Cent, blast Mayor Eric Adams, plan to give prepaid credit cards to the migrant. Maybe Trump is the answer. Now, you know, 50 be pretty on point politically. You know what I'm saying? When he ain't, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know what I'm saying, when he ain't trying to tap something. You know what I'm saying? When he was messing around with Chelsea Handler, you know, Chelsea Handler was all on some liberal nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, 50 ran it back because he was still trying to use that up for a little bit that he could. You know what I'm saying? But now that he done got rid of her, she doing her thing, he doing his. 50 back, keeping it real about the politics. You know what I'm saying? 50 is no fan of Mayor Eric Adams. Plan to distribute $53 million to city migrants on prepaid credit cards, blasting the idea in an Instagram post on Saturday. Now, where is NBC? NBC likes to put celebrities all over the place and tell people to get their direction from celebrities. But one thing that you find fascinating is that they don't really do that with 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? He used to be on MSNBC every now and then, but he ain't on there no more. Yeah, big facts. Big facts. If you guys agree with the Bunker, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Them Sombreritos. You know what I'm saying? We talking about culturally appropriate food. Them Sombreritos. You know what I'm saying? WTF, Mayor Eric Adams called my phone. I don't understand how this works. Somebody explain. The rapper wrote after sharing a screen grab of the post coverage. Can't explain this. I'm stuck. Maybe Trump is the answer. The city program will offer asylum seekers at the Roosevelt, like I just said, with hard cash intended to help them pay for food, according to city records. The Roosevelt has a damn staff of chefs that work there. So for that dude that was just on the news to sit there and talk about, oh, they don't have a kitchen, you know what I'm saying? They don't have this, they don't have that. Bro, you got chefs that's there. That's going to make you food. You know what I'm saying? The good kind of chefs. The program will begin with 500 migrant families in short-term hotel stays. Now, again, anytime we mention the money, a family of four could receive nearly $1,000 a month. Now, mind you, they doing the same thing in Denver, and Denver is on the brink of destruction. Now, how are you sitting up here giving people $1,000 a month if you don't have any budget money? You got to cut money from the schools. They just was taking people out of the schools to house migrants. They announced the budget cut for fiscal year 2024, but now you just announced this program where you giving all these people $1,000 a month. Somebody make it make sense. Somebody make it make sense. Make this right here. Make this make sense. Whose bright idea was this? You know what I'm saying? Real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. We got 29 people watching and we got 20 likes. If everybody could take a moment, bang on that like button and get us to 40, that'd be great. So now, of course, they go through the background. 50 Cent, also known as Curtis James Jackson III, was once one of the biggest rappers in the 2000s. He later diversified into music production, his own clothing line, and a partnership with Vitamin Water. All right. Reps for City Hall did not immediately respond to requests for comment from the Post. 50, like many rappers, has long nursed an affinity for Trump and endorsed him in the 2020 presidential election, citing fear of tax increases. I don't know, they say that many rappers have an affinity for Trump. I don't know if rappers have an affinity for Trump or not. I don't know where they got this from. I don't know what survey they got this from. I don't know how logical and legit that data is. Shout out to my man Torian Rain. What's good with it, bro? How many of y'all believe that rappers have an affinity for Trump? If y'all believe that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't believe that, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Carla. What's good with it, Carla? Me personally, I wouldn't jump out of a window for that comment. He said, I don't want to be 20 Cent under Biden. He jested in X posting during the campaign. Now, 50 Cent has also roasted Trump on Twitter, but of course they're not going to say that because it's not fitting a narrative, which is why you got to be careful anytime you say anything, because anytime you say anything, any of these people, they just try to weaponize whatever you say.